welcome to the show presented by VDG Sports. I am your host, Douglas Gregory. I have an amazing, great show for you. In fact, since you are now a fan, a fanatic, you've been introduced into being a sports fanatic. This is your newly found world. Well, I'm going to help you out. I'm going to help you out, and I'm going to try to guide you through on what to look for, what to be aware about, and basically to keep you in a more positive mood than negative. But don't get it twisted. The negativity, it's what makes for a better picture. What makes for a better picture. So there's going to be some things right off the bat that you're going to want to look for. Let's just go ahead and call it 3 things to look for. Owners. Who owns the sport franchise you support? Who owns the sports team that you support? Because good owners mean properly ran organizations, mean from the top down they're going to be competent. From the top down they're going to understand the goal, understand the end game, understand what needs to be done, what it takes to be a winner, what it takes to be successful. And that's just a third of the battle. That's just a third. Simple. It starts at the top. Poorly ran organizations have a lot of things in common. A lot of things in common. And the number one thing that they have in common: bad ownership, bad leadership. At the very top. You can't escape that. You can get lucky sometime, every blood wolf moon lucky, where a poorly ran organization can luck into winning a trophy, a championship, a title, being considered the best team in that sport, the best. Because if you're not trying to be the best, if you aren't competing, what are you really truly in it for? The money. That's cool. That's great. That's fine. But if you are successful, you will get more money. If you're successful, you will be wanted even more. Wanted by the advertisers. There's going to be X amount of people tuning in to watch, to show up, to be there because how successful you are. And with that many people wanting to see or wanting to hate, wanting to root against the team, that is more people, more human beings looking at the team. And with that many more people looking at the team, you can turn around and say, I have this many people looking at the team, watching the team. Therefore, I'm going to need this amount of cash. I'm going to need you to splash this amount of cash in my direction if you want to be a part of this. And that's what teams can do when they're successful. When it comes to negotiation, nah. It is what I say it is. Why? Because you need me. Why? Because I bring them dollars in. How? Because I got those eyes wanting to see, wanting to view what we built. So it starts from the top, the very top. Ownership has got to be competent. They have to know what the dealio. They have to know, or at least understand, the sport that they're in. At least bare minimum, at least understand the sport that they in. So then they can appoint and put people in charge that know what they're doing. And those are the decision makers. Decision making owners could be one of the same, but they couldn't. It is the people that bring in the players, or the people that bring in the coaches. It's the people that handle the day-to-day operation, because it's not the owner. The owner just signs off on it. This owner gives the stamp of approval, but the decision makers are the ones who build from the ground up. The decision makers are the ones who say, you know what? I want that player. You know what? That coach would lead us where we need to go, where we're trying to go. Champions. Why? It's winning. Winning is good. Winning isn't bad. Winning doesn't mean you're greedy. Winning doesn't mean that you are hungry for attention. Winning means it's a sport. It's a match between two opposing teams, and you're keeping score to determine who wins. And if that wasn't the case, don't keep score, don't play the game, don't call it a sport. Don't. And those decision makers can bring in a coach or coaches or managers or whoever to lead the team, and in unison they can help with the decisions on what players to bring in. They can help with the decision on how to build a competitive team. They're the decision makers. They make those decisions that will definitely have to get approved by the owners or ownership, or the ownership group for that matter. Then you know it's the players. You know it's the players. Once the owners signed off, the decision makers say, yeah, I concur with the coach. The coach know the players that he want. The coach know the players that he need to be successful. The coach know the players that can make the team better. So you're gonna need him working in concert with the decision makers, but also the players got a responsibility to do more than just try hard. The players got a responsibility of doing more than just putting in a little bit of hard work. Hard work minimum. There's got to be some talent with that hard work. You just can't be a hard worker with no talent. I work hard. I can do the hard work. But I'm not a professional basketball player. I'm not a professional football player. I'm not a professional baseball player. I can try my best. I can try my hardest. And I can keep trying hard and keep trying hard. I'm trying hard. Don't hate me. I'm trying hard. I'm doing everything in my power to be successful, to do what it takes. The talent is not there. The players are going to have a certain talent level, be at a certain talent level, and then go from there. You can't have bums on the team trying hard and then expect to be winners, to expect for trophies, to expect championships and any other things that comes with success in successful organizations. And that's some of the things that you would need to look for right off the bat, right then and there, with the sports team that you are now a part of. The sports team that you are now a part of, because you are a fanatic. You are a sport fanatic, and that is your team. Enjoy. But if it's rotten from the top down if the owners don't give an AF. They're not gonna be too caring about what the decision makers are doing. And then if the owners don't really care what the decision makers are doing and not doing, whether they know anything at all, they can do whatever. And if they can do whatever, and if they can bring in coaches that aren't good enough, those coaches know to a certain extent that they are in over their head. They're out of their depth. They really aren't good enough, but they're trying hard. They're trying their best. So they're going to project. They're going to project, and they're going to bring in some players that maybe not be good enough, but they try hard. It's okay. I try hard, says the coach. The player can try hard too. Now we have two entities separate that's not good enough, but they're trying hard. They're trying their best. We gotta keep on cheering them on. When deep down in our being that make us human, we know they ain't good enough. The quality isn't there to compete. But it's okay. The decision makers, it is what it is with them. The owners or the ownership group, they're incompetent. They don't know. And there has the house of cards, the house of bad cards, of badness, of destruction. And it started from the very top and it just trickled its way on down. Like an inverted pyramid. And with all of that, you can possibly get lucky in supporting that team and having that team be mediocre. But for the most part, you are doomed for pain, doomed for heartache, doomed for them sleepless nights, grabbing your blankie saying, why oh why didn't somebody tell me? Why oh why wasn't I warned? Warning, warning, warning. There's your sign. There is your sign. Should I say you're welcome or thank you? But we can go more in depth. We can go more in depth with the players. How do they deal with adversity? How do those players deal with adversity? That can definitely help you along. That can definitely give you the cheat code to determining whether or not how you're going to be feeling or not feeling when it comes to supporting, when it comes to rooting, when it comes to being a fan, a truly wild fanatic. How do they deal with adversity? When things aren't going right, what do? Do they feel bad? Do they feel sorry for themselves? Or do they have a spirit about them where it's a challenge, it's an opportunity? Yes, this isn't what I want. This isn't what I expected. This isn't how things should be going. But it's alright. It's cool. I'm a fighter. I'm going to do whatever I can, whatever it takes to try to make things right, to try to make things better, to try to change the outcome. And it's not overcomplicating things. It's not doing things that you normally won't do or don't do. None of that. It is definitely going above and beyond, but it's also going above and beyond and actually making meaningful progress, meaningful steps taken. It's adversity. It's going to present itself one way or the other. The ride isn't going to be easy. the path of least resistance. Look, the path of least resistance. It is traveled by many. It is traveled by many. And that's why it's easy. And that's why winning is hard. And that's why only so many get crowned champions. Only so many are number one. Only so many at the end of any sport season can say that they are the best team or they're the champions of the world or a country. Being able to face adversity, maintain, fight, bounce back, get up when you're knocked down. All of the cliches that I can throw around that you know about, that you can see it when it's not there. Look at those players of this new sport franchise, this new sport team, this new sport squad that you are supporting, that you are a fan of. How do the players act with adversity? How are the players when it comes to adversity? Because right there, that will save you some time. And you need time to be saved, because when it's all said and done, time is precious. You won't get it back. And it's definitely something that you need to know for sure, for a fact, that this sports team is one that I want to be a fan of, one I am going to be a fanatic of forever. Because this fanatic thing is forever. It is. Sure, you're gonna get some that say, I just bounce around, I switch teams here and there and here. It ain't true. We need those receipts. We need them receipts. So when you hear that, ask for the receipts. And the receipts are, prove it, show me. Do not take that as gold. Do not take that as the standard. In fact, that's the other thing. That is the other thing that's gonna help you out so much. Standards. Going into supporting, going into rooting for, and wanting to be a part of a certain sport team. Look at the standards. How is this run? And it goes back to the top. The owners, the ownership group, the decision makers, the players. What are their standards? What is considered not good enough? What is considered bare minimum? What is considered above and beyond? Those are some questions. Those are some ideas. But from every successful team, they have standards. And when those standards aren't being met, the people who aren't meeting those standards, they go away. They go away. They aren't a part of this anymore. Thank you. We appreciate for what you've done. But this is just not good enough. We get it. It's not good enough. Thanks. You can clap them off. You can flea clap. You can give them the #1 salute. You can hit them with the deuces. But it's not good enough. Who set those standards? If you are able to, you should maintain or raise the standards. Never, ever, ever lower the standards. You will be contributing to your own pain, your own heartache. Why? being a sports fanatic. It's being in a relationship with somebody else that you have no control over on anything they do and say. You're just at the whims of their every move. You're at the whims of their every move. So you don't want to do that. You don't want to do that. Gotta have the standards. Have to have standards. And it all starts from the very, very top. The standards come from the top. And it's easy to understand, it's easy to follow, and it's easy to know if they're being met or not. Then I'd suggest you develop your own standards too. Have your own set of standards, what you will and won't accept, because even with a properly ran organization, your standards isn't going to be the same as their standards, but hopefully the standards are above par. Therefore, you're pulling the rope in the same direction, wishing, put into practice the actions to reach the same goal. The same goal. And that's easy to say the least. So what are the standards? Once the standards are figured out from the top down, then that's when the magic happens. That's when all of this being a fanatic, being a fan, that hard work that was put in, that's when it starts to pay off. That's when it starts to pay off and you start to be rewarded for the amount of energy, the amount of time and effort that you put in to being a fan. You're no longer a noob. You're not a novice. You put in the work. You put in the hours. And hopefully, from the very beginning, you determine what kind of owners. How are the decision makers? What about the players? Are they resilient? With all that being figured out, with all of that being realized, or you've come to realization on what it is, that's when the magic happens. Assuming it's competent. If it's incompetent, be prepared for restless, sleepless nights. Because being a fanatic to a sport team is like being in an abusive relationship, and I'm not trying to make it, and I'm not trying to say it lightly. You are at the whims of whatever the team does. Bad performance, can't do anything about it. Oh well, we carry on. Still there, still here. Don't show up, can't do anything about it. Still here. Good performance, still here. It's better. You have no control over what really goes on. You can only put in your head, use your imagination, and think that what you're doing has an impact on the players. Sure, there's this imaginary thing called momentum. Yeah, motivation is real. Momentum, can't quantify it. I cannot. But maybe it exists, maybe it doesn't. Now that you have reached the level of the understanding of what it takes to be a fan, or how a fan works, now you understand, and you at the level of, I may have made a bad decision. Heartaches aplenty. heartaches aplenty.
We're sorry, the number you have dialed is not in service at this time.